What's up, Lakeside? My name's Evan.
And my name's Aiden, and you're watching the Ram Review.
No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you broke, your love life's the old way. It's like you're always stuck in second gear when it hasn't been your day, a week, a month, or even your year. But I'll be there for you when the rain starts to pour. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you, 'cause I'm there for you too.
If you're wanting a yearbook, you still have time. Go to jostens.com to buy one. Hurry though, as supplies are limited and the deadline is May 15th.
If you like art, you're in luck. Miss York is still hosting her virtual art club. If you're interested in this, go and follow her on Instagram at Miss York's Art Class. Every Friday she posts an inspiration for you to work with. Once you finish your art, post it to Instagram with the hashtag Miss York's Art Club.
Lakeside Friends of Fine Arts will be accepting digital applications through May 1st. You can submit at lakesideofa@gmail. Winners will be emailed before May 17th.
Don't lose hope just yet. Prom's still happening. It's going to be held July 24th in the Athletic Complex. Now, let's check in on my uncle up in New York City. What's up, Lakeside? I know we're all familiar with how the coronavirus is affecting people here in Hot Springs, but I wanted to take a special look and see how it's affecting people up in New York City. To do this, I called up my uncle. What is your overall feeling towards the situation up there in New York City?
Well, it's something very serious, and it's really kind of pretty dire. So we live in isolation here. Most everyone I know here in New York City, like Manhattan, Queens, Brooklyn, Jersey, Pennsylvania, we just live in isolation now. So it's a serious situation. It's a global pandemic, and it is affecting the United States pretty horribly. The longer that people take to isolate and truly adhere to kind of living with social distancing, the longer this is going to continue and the more people who are going to die.
So how has it affected your life personally?
Well, me personally, I mean, for 3 weeks now I've been in isolation. I live here in a one-bedroom apartment. I have a nice view. It's just me here, so I'm completely isolated. I work in the office furniture industry. I provide furniture to a lot of the large corporations and ironically hospital systems here in the New York City area. We can work remotely, so I work Monday through Friday from 9 until 6:30, talking to my coworkers. So we have Microsoft Exchange, but also in Teams, so we kind of chat constantly. Besides that, as you and I have been doing, we FaceTime more, reaching out. I think I FaceTime my mom and dad, who are in their 70s and 80s, 2 to 3 times a day, which is kind of crazy. I do that with all my friends and everyone. So no longer go to the gym. I do some exercises around the apartment, but I'm not getting out. I am pretty isolated here and only get out for maybe a few minutes every day or two.
So how has the environment in New York City changed? Because I know you sent me a video yesterday of a bunch of people clapping and stuff whenever the sun was setting. So how has it kind of affected the culture there, I guess?
Well, I mean, that's just a really interesting thing. So, 2 is what it's like out there right now and so forth. And then, or 1, that, and then 2, what happened. So let me jump to the ladder that you referenced. I'm sure you've seen like in Italy, they show like in the news,
Yeah.
sunset, people do opera and have pots and pans and whatever and cheer in response to the healthcare providers and support for them. It started this week. Right before at sunset, it might be prompted by fire engines going around just blasting their horns, but the whole area, everywhere in the city, just becomes this corralling of like just cheering and yelling and screaming, and support and so forth. And it's like a stadium effect. It goes on for about a minute.
Wow.
You're kind of, you find yourself whistling and screaming along with everyone else. It's really moving. I'm an artist on the side, so I've been painting. With this as an opportunity to. Now that we have more time, we don't have the excuse of saying we don't have time to do those things that we say that we want to do, and so
Exactly,
forth.
yeah.
So I paint abstract artwork, and I'll paint for a few hours today, hopefully, and kind of jump into that. It's just there's so many things that we can be doing now. And I think really a lot of interesting things are going to come from this, despite the bad. New music, new forms of art, books. I mean, and then plus the world's going to be a little bit more reinvented from this. To answer one of your other questions before, when I go outside yesterday, they finally said, they do recommend that you wear a face mask. My niece made me some face mask, which I really appreciate. So I wore it yesterday, stepped out because I had to go to the grocery store. And it's always just a fraction of the people in the streets, And I walk up the street and you see people coming, and one of the two of us will walk into the street off the sidewalk, It's all respectful, but there is that healthy fear that's there that's really important. But the people are out, or maybe doing some jogging, walking their dog, getting to run an errand. And then other than that, there's no business to be outside other than, essentials, as we would probably call it.
I'd like to give a special thank you to my uncle for taking the time out of his day to be interviewed. We'll touch base with him in another 2 weeks to see how well he's doing.
Now, let's check out some creative ways of staying entertained while in quarantine.
Dear Corona, you have taken away so much. But you cannot take away our creativity. By staying home, we will have to be creative in the ways we keep in touch. Stay home and
come ride with me.
Bike with me.
Come jam with me.
Watch TV with me.
Decorate a cake with me.
Get ready for bed with me.
Draw with me. Ride with me.
Come jump with me.
Dance with me.
Pass with me.
Do TikToks with me.
Hey, come shoot with me.
Eat Sonic with me.
Come run with me.
Spin with me.
Learn the ukulele with me.
Zoom with us.
we may be apart, but
Together we can.
help flatten the curve. So do your part.
Stay home and safe.
Stay home Lakeside and help save lives.
In other news, Lakeside, hang in there. We're gonna get through this. My name's Evan Meyers.
My name's Aiden Rose. And we'll see you next time on the RAM Review.